Good morning. So Friday morning here, Creative Roots, and boys are up. But when I shout good morning, they didn't answer. So I know they're awake. What else has been done? I've put the kettle on. There's no rush in the morning now to get brews. So yeah, I'm thinking that it's odd and out of character. I think there's brewing up going on in the geodome, which I have yet to find out whether it is or not. But we'll see. Dogs have been fed, not that they want food. They wanted to get up and go for a wee. Bear's outside in the rain. Elsa's in a bear cave. Fatty's on the bed. I'm going to make breakfast in a sec and work out what I'm going to do for today. So I know what I want to have done, but it's like it is raining, so I know what I wanted to do in the rain before I went shopping. But I honestly think that, yeah, I think they're brewing up in the geodome and they've got a naked flame in there when I asked them not to. And there's brewing tackle here, there's a tent they could be in and do it in their own tent, not mine, because I can't replace them at the moment. Yeah. Just all a bit strange. I could be completely wrong. They might just be sat there and not want to get up and get a cup of tea or coffee, or because they drink coffee. It just might be me. So I wanted to have a look at the toilet because, like I said, I couldn't work out. I was like, oh, the toilet's all wet. How's that happening? So I put a roof on. And this morning I was more awake. I'm sure you can see what the problem is. I shouldn't need to explain it to you, that a slanted roof that's higher at one end than the other will bring the water into the toilet and not away from it. So it's quite clear that needs to be changed. So I need to have a look at that and work out how that's going to happen. And wood like this should never be left out in the rain, because now it's for the bin. Like, I know it's zero waste, but you can't even burn that shit when you do that to it. That's what people do when they don't think. They use the incorrect materials, and they don't cover up. It could have been a correct material if it had been covered up. Now it's got to go to waste. Well, it could have been used. That was inside someone's sofa and we'd repurposed it. So, hey. Anyway, I'm going to have a look and see what can be done here to re-roof the toilet. So for now, just seriously for now, this is a proper little, just sorting it out for the second, just because I've got 5 minutes and I've not got any tools out, but I don't want anything to continue getting wet. I've moved that up just to see what it's like for size, because it would make an awesome skylight, and then it's a natural light into the toilet. And then I've got a piece of scrap roofing, as you can see there, that was given to us by Jack Platt, who does the construction and stuff. He's gifted us quite a few bits, as well as letting us borrow his fence bopper, and that's there now, at least bringing the water that drops on it away from the back and out the front. And if it drops down the shower curtain, it really doesn't matter. So that's an adjustment. It's took me all of 5 minutes. It just needed a bit of what's called common sense, I think. Obviously common sense says it needs sorting out at the back to make sure it'll stay there and not get blown off. But in the first 5 minutes, that's where we're up to. And then I was like, oh, what's that? There's a strange white thing on the floor that looks like soap. when I picked it up, which is now all over my gloves. And I went to look at the soap holder. So you see here was holes in a soap holder to drain it so it doesn't get full of water. And these spiky bits go downwards. The soap here so people can wash their hands. And the amazing thing is, all this soap's getting ruined sitting in water when it just simply goes down. And then all the water drains out. And people can actually use the fucking soap. It's magic. Absolutely fucking magic. Who'd have thought it, eh? Holes down. Never mind. Ah, well. We'll see what else happens today here at Creative Rootz. And just for a point, I'm showing all these things on the video because they're common mistakes that people do make because they don't think. And by seeing things here, maybe in future you'll think, when I put a roof on, I'll be careful of the angle. When I get soap and put it in a dish, I'll make sure it's not in the rain or it's whole size down or something, you know. And I want to be able to show you where other people, including me, screw up, so we can know better how to not do it in future. There's Elsa. Okay, she's very happy. She's putting on weight and everything. She's an amazing dog. Right, so off to see what's going on down there. So this morning the wardrobe had bowed again because they've been weight in it, and this section here, this kind of bottom bit here, was because of the weight, and underneath there hadn't been put on. The one bit at the front, it had all bowed, but it had bowed at this point here. So what we've done is we've put wood in places underneath to build up and support underneath there, underneath the floor, and then put this baseboard back on, and then put this in at the corner for a bit of extra strength. Now it's really, really solid. So now we've got a wardrobe that can finally get everything put in properly. So I'm really excited about that, and that's what I'm going to start doing. But I haven't got coat hangers yet, so I'm just putting it over the rail. But hey, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. Okie dokie then. So another night video. You know, one day we'll get it all in the light. But yeah, it's been a really good day. but we started off like trying to get things in order, and I said, okay, what do we do? What can we do without starting the generator? So we built legs to create a box for over the top of the leisure battery so that I can lift the drawers up. We reinforced the bottom of the wardrobe. I can't remember if that's in the video earlier today or not, but we'd used odd bits of wood to stack up all to make the same size to create extra reinforcements for below the wardrobe, and then get all that up together. Then what else did we do? We used bits of wood to create 2 shelf brackets for underneath the well, kind of over the top of the gas bottle, but to the left of underneath the cooker, in the tiny house. And then we went outside to what's going to be the goat shelter, and the chicken shelter and the guinea pig house, and we had to take the roof off and lift it so that we can fit the new piece of roof under, which is the additional piece for the chicken house, which obviously I'll show you when we've got light and when we get over there. And we've adjusted the wall because the wall was too far to one side, so we've brought the wall in more, which meant that we're ready to build the floor in there. We measured all that out and that, and then what did we do? We came back over to look at the dog shelter, which has been collecting water, and I wanted to get some more reapers for that. So we were at that point where it was time to get the generator out so we could fit the pictures and drill the holes into the walls to get everything, like all the shelves up, and finish off doing that. And just as we started the generator, it ran out of fuel. It's like, man. So I was supposed to get the tracking done on the car today, but the person that does the translating isn't there till the evening. So we went and got the wood. There's this brilliant little shop, or big, huge, gigantic wood place in Castello. It's like if you go near Auchan, and then instead of going towards Auchan, it's the same road, but like you go past, I think, the petrol station, and you go past like a big metal wheel, looks like a water wheel or something, don't know what it is, and it's just after there. I think his name's Jose or something, and it's a big wood merchant, and it's really amazing prices. And you tell them, you say, this is what I'd like, and they'll just chop the wood and get everything measured for you, which saves you cutting it at home, for free. Like, so they sell you the wood at a brilliant price, cheaper than Leroy Merlin or anywhere, or Brico, and then they chop it, measure it all up and chop it, and then help, like, you pop it in your car. So we got the OSB that's suitable for outside for the chicken and the guineas, and we got the reapers to fix the rest of the roof bits that it needed to. We were 2 reapers short on the dog shelter, so fixing that, and the other, what else, the other reapers up for fixing the compost toilet, because obviously I couldn't finish that off unless I had the suitable long enough pieces of wood. And then we've got the rough cut wood, is the cheapest, so we got that, and it just perfect size, and they chopped it into 3, and that was perfect size, like, no kidding, exactly spot on for 3 pieces of the base for the chicken and the guineas. So that's the chicken and the guineas, they're gonna have their floor sorted. Obviously the animals aren't here yet, but I'm so excited that that's happening. What else is there? We saw Jack and lost him. He went into the toilet and vanished, so it's alright. We went to Lidl, and at Lidl I finally came across my first ever very, very, very rude Portuguese person. Now, it's not something I've ever come across yet, so I suppose it had to happen sooner or later, but Portuguese people are the nicest, kindest, most lovely, friendly people that you can ever come across, in my experience. And they're always hello, or smile, and bon dia, bon tarde, bon night, and beautiful, beautiful souls. And for whatever reason, this woman really wasn't. So I've been shopping in Lidl, we put all the stuff in, and Elsa and Batty had got out of the car to stretch the legs, because they wanted to come, so they came. So we're there trying to put the dogs in the car, and this woman, out of the whole entire car park, she wanted to park in the space next to us. So she was driving the car in, despite us trying to get our stuff in. And then I'm trying to get the dogs into the car and stuff, and trying to get us into the car, and she's opening a car door on ours to get pushed past me. I was like, what the fuck? Like, where's your manners? Like, oh my goodness. Like, seriously, how rude. Like, I've never had the experience of a person like that in Portugal. Never. In London, maybe, many times. In the UK, often. But I was stood there and I looked at her. And she looked at me and she just pushed past me. And I thought, what the fuck? I am stood here trying to get the dogs in the car. Like, so yeah, that completely threw me. Because like she obviously wanted that spot. I was just like, bizarre. So it finally gets in the car, gets started, sets off carefully, gets and goes to the gets the SIM card picked up because the NOS wouldn't top up, so fair enough. Gets to the place to get the car tracking done, and he said they won't track the car because there's things in the car. And I've never known people be that bothered about stuff in the car and the tracking, but I can see the point, you know. But I've been in garages where they didn't care. The cars got left, and some of them were full and some of them weren't, and the vans and stuff like that. And they did the tracking and they picked up the car or the van or whatever and they left. But, you know, it's what they said. So now I need to go back Tuesday. Fair enough. So then it was late on in the day, so we went to Continent and picked up some strange Portuguese food, which was absolutely delish. Only I accidentally bought fish, bacalhau, I think they call it. It's the Portuguese delicacy that they all go nuts over at Christmas. But I thought I'd get some potatoes and egg, and I thought I'd get some cool spinach looking stuff. So I said, oh, some of that and some of that. Oh, thank you, you know. And I guess in the car I realised I bought fish, bacalhau. It's like, oh man. So for tea we've had fish and potatoes and an egg and some weird green leafy stuff that was proper tasty. I don't know if you can hear Bear snoring his head off. He's like a tractor. So at least he's happy. Batty's here happy and Elsa's happy. They all had chicken for tea as well as their dog food. So they're all happy dogs. So then we came home. We left the stuff in the car. It's too late. We can't see anything. So we've still got everything to do tomorrow, which is fine. And I really hope there's going to be a bit more light, because it's really tough that we've got this giant battery that's 250 ampere hour that can't charge our phones. It's like, yeah, this is 57 kilograms of the battery. And it can't charge our phones because there's not been enough power in to take any charge, because I don't want to discharge it if there's nothing else to go in. I wanted it to get some decent charge. So yeah. But if need be, I can use the other battery and I can use the jump leads on the car to charge the leisure battery if I leave it running for half an hour or so. Which is a pain in the arse, like, because I don't like running the car if I'm not going anywhere, you know what I mean? And I'm toying with the idea of fitting the leisure battery wiring back onto the car, because I had it on, and if I put it on again, then I've got a battery store you know, an extra battery charging point, whereas at the minute I haven't really got one. So I really am toying with that, but I've not fitted my mirror yet either. So it's the jobs that need doing that have been needed to be redone. On top of the many list of jobs to do that are to do. And then the other jobs that get added to the to-do list. It's like, way, lots of jobs, plenty of things to do. You won't get bored, huh? So that was today, and it's been productive at least. The wardrobe's okay. It's working. Hopefully it'll be all right overnight. I've got in my bed. It was like getting back in the dark, trying to empty everything off the bed so that we could do things, so that I could get into bed to go to sleep, sort out the dogs in the dark. This is why I don't like, you know, being out later than and going to bed when it's dark, because everything's done in light, but it can't be helped sometimes. So yeah, that's where we're up to. That's where I'm at. And tomorrow we're had a chat tonight. I said, look, tomorrow, because like last 2 days the boys have been lying in. I said, tomorrow morning we've got all the shit together now. Let's just get up and get it done. Let's just get it and get it all nailed down. Well, screwed in, nailed, whatever. Get all the jobs done and get them all out the way, and then we're cool then. And we've got a bit of a wait because the Kubota in Castello Branco can't get the head gasket, so we've got to contact Porto. So we've still got a bit of time to play with, but hopefully if we get that sorted, maybe by the end of next week we'll get to play again with the digger. And we've got some welding coming, because unfortunately one of the bolts snapped in the head. It was like, oh. So yeah, we've got that to do as well. So anyway, from me and Batty, Elsa and Bear and the lads, that's lots of love from Creative Rootz, and we'll look forward to catching up with you all tomorrow. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share and all that jazz. We're here. We love to hear messages. We love to chat. We love people to drop in. And we love sharing. So let's keep sharing the love. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. Okay. Night. Night, folks.